Have you heard of the Immortal game? Played between Adolf Anderssen and Lionel Kieseritzky in 1851, this chess game showcases the beauty of tactics and sacrifices. Today, we will be analyzing the game and looking at the techniques used. Let's get started. The game starts off with e4, e5, and f4. This opening is the King's Gambit, which was very popular in the 19th century. However, it is not a very good opening to play, as the kingside is now very weak. Black captures the pawn, and white develops the bishop to c4. Queen to h4 check, and the king must now forfeit its castling rights. b5? This gives back the pawn, and black has lost its advantage. Both players develop their knight and the queen retreats to h6. d3, knight h5, and knight h4 is played. Queen g5 and the white knight hops onto f4. c6? This is a mistake because while the bishop may pose a threat later, the white knight on f4 is much more dangerous. g6 was far more accurate. After c6, white played the flashy g4. This move kicks away the knight to f6 and the rook slides to g1. Here, white got greedy and took the hanging bishop. h4. A great move, forcing the queen back. h5. Another great find, forcing the queen into its only square. Queen f3. Black now has to react, or his queen will be trapped. Knight g8? Black tries to hang on to the extra bishop, but now his pieces are stuck. White takes the pawn, the queen retreats and knight c3 is played. Bishop c5? A big mistake. White's activity is just too much now. Knight d5 and queen takes b2. Here, white must find rook e1. Bishop d3? A terrible move, one that gives away the game. Bishop takes g1? This blunder returns the advantage, and e5 is played. The queen captures the rook and the king is safe on e2. Now, white is threatening mate in 2. Black must find bishop a6 in order to survive. Instead, Kieseritzky played knight a6, covering c7, but now it is checkmate in 3. The knight takes on g7 like before, the king moves and Anderssen uncorks a beautiful move. Can you guess it? The move is queen f6. This sacrifices the queen and the knight is forced to take. Down 21 points of material, white ends the game with bishop e7.